In this video, we will discuss how to find composite functions. In this example, we need to find f of g of x and also g of f of x. Note that composite does not mean necessarily to multiply. It's not the same thing as f times g or vice versa. Let's find f of g of x first. All you need to do is take what g of x is and plug all of that into the x in your f of x. So we have, remember you're plugging in what g is in place of the x for f. So we have 4 plus 9x squared minus 1, and probably you will need to FOIL out the 4 plus 9x. So that's the same thing as 4 plus 9x times 4 plus 9x minus 1. And to multiply, you could either distribute or use the FOIL method. When we multiply, we end up with 16 plus 72x plus 81x squared minus 1 and that middle term should just be 72x. I apologize for that. Now we can combine like terms. Bring down the 81x squared plus 72x, and 16 minus 1 will give us a positive 15. So this would be the composite function f of g of x, or the very first one. Let's find the second composite function, g of f of x. To find this composite function, now you take whatever f of x is, in this case x squared minus 1, and plug all of that into the x found in g of x. So we have g of x, 4 plus 9x, and in place of that x, plug in x squared minus 1. All we need to do now is use the distributive property, multiply that 9 times everything, and combine like terms. That gives us 4 plus 9x squared minus 9, and 4 minus 9 will give us a negative 5. Therefore, g of f of x is equal to 9x squared minus 5. A good rule of thumb, whatever the last letter is, in this case the last letter is f, that's what you're going to take and plug into the x of the first letter. Let's look at one more example. And again, bear with me while I pull up the next problem. Next example, given f of x and g of x, find f of g of x and g of f of x. So let's find f of g of x first. What this means is you take whatever g of x is, in this case negative 5x, and plug it into the x that is in f. So f of x is square root of 2x plus 1. And in place of that x, plug in 2x. Excuse me, negative 5x. Just multiply. We have the square root of negative 10x plus 1. And that is already simplified. We cannot do anything else with it. So this is what f of g of x would look like as a composite function. Next, let's find g of f of x. So here, you take whatever f of x is, in this case the square root of 2x plus 1, and plug all of that into the x that's in g of x. So g of x, we have negative 5x. And replace that x with f of x. In this case, square root of 2x plus 1. There's no combining we could do, so our final composite function is negative 5 times the square root of 2x plus 1. To summarize composite functions, to find f of g of x, you just take whatever g is and plug it into the x in f of x. Conversely, if you're asked to find g of f of x, you just take whatever f of x is and plug that into the x for the g function.